Hello and welcome to Indian Cybersecurity Solutions. Now today we are going to do ospf routing, netting and DHCP service. So how to do this we are going to do here. We take three sets of computers, switch and router. So here we take two computers, one switch and one router. The same thing we do here, two computer, one switch, and already we taken the router here. And the same thing here, we take two computers, one switch and one router. Now we are going to connect these all through the cables. So how we are going to do this? We are connecting switch to computer and computer to switch through straight cable, through the copper straight cable, and through switch to router also we use the same cable. And to connect the router to router we use the serial port cable. So to we have to put the interface card. So before we put the interface card we switch off the device, then we put the serial port interface card, and then we switch on. We switch on it. If you never switch on, it won't work. So all three routers we do the same thing. Switch off and then switch on after you put the interface card. Then we are taking the serial port cable to connect each other, and then here now we are going to give IP address to our fast Ethernet cables and serial ports. How to do this is, so we give our fast Ethernet cable, we give the IP address first 192.168.1.1. Then here also here we do 3.3.1. Here we forget to connect this switch to router, so we connect this, and then we give here one IP address to our fast Ethernet cable. Here we do 2.1. okay, now we are going to give IP address to our serial ports, router serial port. So that one is 10.10.10.1/24. is because we are subnetting our network or IP. So that is 10.10.10.2/24. again I repeat, 24 is because we are subnetting our IP. 11.10.10.1/24. 11.10.10.2/24. okay, now here we give the ospf area. Here ospf area 0, and this one we give ospf area 1. and now we are going to active our IP address into our routers. So how to do this? We have to go to CLI mode here, and then we have to remember these commands to activate this. So now we are going to enable first our router. Now you can see our router is enabled. Now we go to configuration terminal. Now we are going to give a password to our router, that is enable password, and write the password to secure our router. And now we are going to interface the fast Ethernet cable 0 by 0, and now the IP address, we are going to add the IP address, and the IP address is 192.168.1.1, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and then we run the command here, no shutdown, to turn on the fast Ethernet cable. And then now we are going to serial port interface, serial port 0 by 0 by 0. The IP address is IP address, we are going to add the IP address, and the IP address is 10.10.10.1, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. because we are subnetting, we increase the network, so that's the reason we are putting here this 255. Is a by default is a class IP address is 255.0.0.0, but because we subnet our IP, that's the reason we are putting here 255.255 is a C class IP address subnet. So now we run the command, no shutdown, and then we copy this. So how to copy this? Remember to copy this always, because if you switch off your router and then switch on, all the configurations will erase. So you should copy this. So for the copy, do copy running config startup config. So now it's copying that, and it's copy done. So now we exit from this, and now we do the same thing with our another router. So now we go to CLI mode, and then here we do no, and then just do it, enable our router, enable. Now the router is enabled, you can see now config t. Now you create a password, so is enable password, whatever you like to keep the password, and then is the interface fast Ethernet cable 0 by 0, as the IP address is 192.168.2.1, and the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and then run the now shutdown command. So turn on, then go to interface serial 0 by 0 by 1, and the IP address for this is IP address 10.10.10.2 255.255.255. is a subnet mask for this. Then same thing with this, no shutdown command, then go to interface serial 0 by 0 0, sorry, go to interface serial 0 0 by 0 by 0, and then IP address is 11.10.10.1, and is 255.255.255.0. we make sure that our IR is right on, yes, is correct. Then lay the same run the same command, no shutdown. And as I told you, always remember to add the copy the commands. So how to copy? Just now I show you, do copy running config startup config startup config. So now it's running, is copy. So exit from here. Now we can go to our third router, and now go to the CLI modes, do the same thing, enable first enable router, enable config terminal, and then create a password. So enable password. Now we go to interface, fast Ethernet cable 0x0, and the IP address, we add the IP address is 192.168.3.1, and then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. We run the command no shutdown to turn on, and then we are going to do the interface serial 0x0x1, and then the IP address is IP address 11.10.10.2, and then 255.255.255.0 is a subnet mask for this, and then run the no shutdown command. That's command done. Now we have to play the copy running config, right? So copy, do copy running config startup config. Now sit here. Now you can see our all ports are green, so you can see the power is going through all connections. You can see here, see this router to this router, yes, successful. This router to this router is also successful, see, right? Then now we are going to ospf routing to our routers. So now we are going to, how to do it? Now we are going to config t, and now the ospf. So we are going to do show IP route to see the network, which networks are connected. We run this command, then route ospf 1. Now we do what? We put first network ID. You can see here, the networks is connected to these routers are these, so we can go 10.10.0, and then wildcard mask is 0.0.0.255, and then the area. Which area is this? Area 0, we have taken this one, so area 0. Done. So the same thing with another one. The another network is 192.160, so 168 dot 1.0. They are done. Then again do running command. So where is that? Here, do copy running config. So we copy this command and we do here paste. To copy this, we do this. Now what we do, exit here. So the same thing we are going to do with the same our other router. So now is a config t configuration, then do show IP route first to see the routing. Now you can see in this computer we have three different networks. You can see 1, 2 and 3 different networks. So now we are adding these 3 networks. So is first route ospf 1. Now we do net. Here one we have 10.10.10.0, and then the wildcard is 0.0.0.255, and then area you can see this network, the 10.10.10. is area 0. So we type here area 0, and now we are going to add add another network, and that network is 11.10.0. so this one, this area is, you can see this area is 1, so we change this to area 1. You can see here this one is area 1, so we're going to change this to area 1. Something went wrong. Yeah, now it's perfect. Then now we are going to activate the third network. We have this one 192.0. You can see here this, but this network goes to both areas, so we have to write here area 1 as well as area 0. So what we are going to do here is, we do here is one 192.168.2, right? Is ICSS 2.2.0 area 1 as well as area 0. So it means it will go through both serial ports. Okay, so now we here copy the command, this one, to copy the commands. We run this this one is done. So now is exit here. Now we are going to our third router, and then we do the same thing with it. So we are already in configuration terminal, so now we are going to do show IP route, and then now we do route ospf area 1, sorry, ospf 1, and now we are going to do net. It's 11.10.10.0 dot is a wildcard mask we put, so it's 0.0.0.255, sorry, .255, and here is area. This one is area 1. So we type here, something went wrong. 10, yeah, here you see we type here dot, correct. Now this one we are going to do here is 192. Dot 168.3. This one is 30. Wait, we do first ospf, then we add this. Something when is invalid deductor, we write around 192.168 area. Route ospf, then network 192.168.3.0. here you can see is 3.0 is 0.0.255 area 1. Something went wrong. Why is it going through? Route ospf 1 net 192.168.3.0 0.0.0.255 area 1. Accepted now. So okay, done. So again to copy this, done to copy, and then here we exit. Now what we do here, we check whether the network is going through or not, because already we have done the routing. Yeah, we have already done the routing, so we are going to see that whether it is going through. We don't know. Yes, successful. Here to here also successful. You can see it means it's going through all networks, right? So now we are going to do the DHCP service. So DHCP service, how it works, when we give is a DHCP service is a dynamic host configuration protocol. So automatically you can see our host don't have the protocols, IP don't have, our PC don't have IP. So when we give DHCP service to our router, it automatically take. You can see here. Now how we do this, I'll show you. So yeah, so here config terminal. Now we are going to do the DHCP service. How the DHCP is. Now we are going to do it. See service DHCP. DHCP is a dynamic host configuration protocol, and then we are going to do this is DHCP pole, and then the pole name. What do you like to write? The pole name. And then just type the network. What network is our router? Fast Ethernet gateway network is. Our gateway network is 192.168.1.0. I am talking about network, right? So it's 0. So 0 plus subnet mask. Subnet mask is 255.255.255.0. And now we are going to do this default gateway. So our router gateway is 192.168.1.1, and our DNS service is by default. DNS server is by default 8.8.8.8. So the same thing, to copy this we run this command. So now we copy this. So now we exit here and we check whether we got the DHCP service or not. So we go to our computer desktop, and then we can see here statistic is we have to do it manually, but DHCP you can see now is requesting IP. You can see here we already got here, right? We never give IP address to our PC, but you can see now our PC got the IP address. Either both the PC got or not, we check. Yes, done. Both the PC got is this one got 192.168.1.3, and the one this PC 0 got 192.168.1.2. The same thing we are going to do with this router also. So this router, now we are going to do is config T, and then the service DHCP is the IP DHCP pole name. Then we are going to save the network is 192.168.2.0, and then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, and then our default router is 192.168.2.1, and our DNS services by default is 2.8.8.8. then running command to copy the command line interface, and then now exit here. We check our this computers also whether it accepted the request, DHCP request or requesting IP address. You can see here now, you see done here 2.2 we got to our this one I got 2.2, and I hope this one got 2.3. you see this one got 2.3 done. So this one also successfully done DHCP. So now we are going to do into this. So now we are going to do the service DHCP. Now we do IP DHCP pole name, and now the same thing in net is a 192.168.3.0. sorry 3.0, and then the subnet mask is 255.255.255.0, this one, and then the default router is 192.168.3.1, and DNS server is by default 8.8.8. and to copy the running command, this one done, exit. Now we check whether this got the request or not, DHCP request. Yes, got, here is got the 3.2, and this one should be 3.1. 3.3, sorry, yeah, correct. So got, so DHCP service is also done. Now we are going to do the netting. How to do the netting? Netting is, now we go to our, it's a very easy to do the netting. Now we are doing here netting. So now we are already in configuration mode. So now we do IP net inside. This is the command you remember to inside source static, and then you choose the IP address which one you want to change. So our host IP address, this one and this one is 1.2 and 1.3. so what we do, 192.168.1.2, and this one we want to change to this one, the network. Our network is here, is this our network, sorry, our, to communicate through the router we should have to keep this IP. So match to this IP we should have to change to our IP. So .10 you can write anything here, like 1 we already given here, 2 already given, so we can write here 3. So it's like netting is to translate your IP address. So done this one, and the same here we do, it's 1.3, we change to 4. So these two IP addresses we change. Now when it's go out through our router, our network never show our host IP address to the receiver. So now we are going to do is interface fast internet 0x0 IP net inside, because you can see that it's a IP net is going inside through fast Ethernet cable. So we are typing an IP net inside, and then interface serial 0x0x0, and the IP is going out, so IP net outside, and then running this command. Okay, this one done here. So when this one go through here, they will change the IP address to 10.10.10.3. so now here also we do the same thing. Here we go. So here we are doing the net. So net is, network address translation, so it will translate our network, our host IP address, it will translate to what we write here, right? So now we are going to translate it. So now we are translating it, and how to do it, like IP net inside source static.
static, and then is a 192 address. We write here the IP address 192.168.2.2, and we are changing it to 10.10.10.4, and IP address 3 192.168.2.3 we are changing to 5. And you can see here is not only going through, is not only you can see here, sorry, you can see here is not only going through this network, is going to this network also. So we have to type this network IP address also, you can see here. So now what we do here, is we have done here, you can see here. So we have changed two IP addresses. Now we are going to connect to the other network also. So how we do this, we just change this to another network. So another network is our 11, right? Correct. So done this one. So this one, now we run here the command interface fast ethernet 0x0 IP net inside, and then fast ethernet cable serial 0x0x0 IP net outside. So it's not only going through the serial port, one serial port is going through two serial port. So 0x0x0 we have already done. So now here this serial port is 0x0x1. So we have to enter this also, interface serial 0x0x0, sorry, 1 IP net outside. Now we run this command to copy. Yes, so now it's done. So you can exit. Now we go to the third router and we do the same netting to this. We're already here. So now how to do the netting is IP net inside source static. So here is what is our IP addresses, sorry, you can see here the IP address is 3.2 and here is 3.3. okay, so IP net 192.168.3.2 we are changing to 11.10.10.6, and this one is 3.3 we are changing to 7. So this one interface fast Ethernet 0 by 0 IP net inside interface serial 0 by 0 by, is this 0 or 1? 1. It's a 0 1 IP net outside, and then copy this, running commands, and then exit. Now we check whether this netting is working or not. If the connections go through, if the message successfully go through all the routers, all the PCs, then it means we have done the right job. So we check here now. So from this PC to this router successful, from this PC to this PC in progress is failed, so something went wrong. We check from this PC, from this PC to this router successful, from this PC to this router successful, from this PC to this router successful. Then why is not going through this PC to, yeah, successful, this PC to this PC successful, done. So we have done the great job. All the routers and switches are working. Thank you so much for watching my video. Thank you. I am testing this whether is